She said, Mr. Jelly Roll Baker, let me be your slave. When Gable blows his trumpet, then I'll rise from my grave for some of your good jelly roll. Yes, I love good jelly roll. It is good for the sick, yes, and it's good for the old. I was sentenced for murder in the first degree. The judge's wife called up and says, let that man go free. He's a jelly roll baker. He's got the best jelly roll in town. He's the only man can bake jelly roll with his damper down. Was in a hospital, shot all full of holes. The nurse left the man dying and says he's got to get a jelly roll. It's good old jelly. She says, I love my good jelly roll. She says, I'd rather let him lose his life than to miss my good jelly roll. Bake good jelly roll. I says nobody miss, it's just a gift from my soul to bake good jelly roll. That good old jelly roll. She says I love your jelly roll. It does me good deep down in my soul. She says, can I put in order for 2 weeks ahead? I'd rather have your jelly roll than my home-cooked bread. I love your jelly. I love your good jelly roll. It's just like Maxwell House coffee. It's good deep down in my soul. Down, tell your troubles to the Lord above. When you're feeling low down, tell your troubles to the stars above. Or you will never be happy until you find the one you love. Like a prisoner without a plea and sentenced without a trial. Like a prisoner without a plea and sentenced without a trial. Like a bleeding heart longing for love, a heart that never smiles. You can stay in a town so long, you can feel yourself sinking down. You can stay in a town so long, you can feel yourself sinking down. You just change your way of living and don't forget to change your town. got the blues. This morning, baby, I'm sure I've got the blues. I want some sweet brown-skinned woman to tell my troubles to.
Lonnie Johnson on a blues record date for Bluebird, the Victor subsidiary, on February 13th of 1942.
My blues start song about midnight. Don't leave me until the break of day. Midnight. Don't leave me until the break of day. All it takes to one I love to drive these weary blues away. So many nights and days have I cried myself to sleep for you. Have I cried myself to sleep with? And the reason why I still forgive you, baby, nobody understands you the way I do. When I cry, it's because I love you. You've hurt me and I just can't help myself. Hurt me and I just can't help myself. All the love I have in my heart for you, trying to drive it to someone else. But I'll be seeing you, baby, when your tears be falling down like drops of rain. I'll be seeing you someday, baby, when your tears be falling down like drops of rain. You'll give anything in your life just to hear somebody call my name. I know you wonder why I never scold you. Because I don't care where you go. I know you wonder why I never scold you. Because I don't care where you go. Once upon a time I loved you and you hurt me. You know things ain't the same no more. Your baby round. When you come home from work in the morning and your baby, she can't be found. You can bet your last dollar Short is back in town. When your meals is not ready and your bedroom is upside down, and your house needs cleaning and your grass needs cutting down, pound. My baby used to thrill me with the best love that could be found. My baby used to thrill me with the best love that could be found. Now she's so evil, I know Shorty's back in town. Shorty's a rat, and every woman knows. He's a man's best friend after he leave home and close the door. And one morning he'll come back home, find he ain't got no woman no more. Now if you got a good woman, don't keep her under lock and key. If you got a real good woman, don't keep her under no lock and key. Or if she ever finds Shorty, she'll leave you suffering with misery.
You just heard Lonnie Johnson in his final Victor session, Bluebird 78, December 14th, 1944. I think I didn't credit Blind John Davis. Blind John Davis is on most of Lonnie Johnson's mid-1940s recordings, if there is piano, and he was certainly on this one. Ransom Knowling on bass, and Lonnie Johnson guitar and vocals. Someday Baby and Watch Shorty, Bluebird 78, 34-0732. You're listening to our Lost Masters Festival. We are WKCR FM New York, 89.9 on the dial, and have set aside 177 hours and 30 minutes to allow us a in-depth survey of the music and genius of Lonnie Johnson, a blues great, swing-era trumpeter Frankie Newton, composer of both big band and bebop and beyond, the great Tad Dameron, and a wizard of the ivories who was also a multi-instrumentalist, the great Finest Newborn Jr. And this is happening on a week-long program, which is in its fourth day with 4 days to go. We'll be on all of today, all of tomorrow, all of Tuesday, and go to 10 p.m. Wednesday night. At this midpoint of the jazz weekend, it's, I guess, a little bit past its midpoint, but many of you are going to be perhaps going to church today or seeing family or going on some sort of social outing. And this music is not readily accessible, and many people who have excellent blues and jazz record collections and find the music on their own may want to know about this broadcast, even if they don't know about it, or this station, or the efforts of Lonnie Johnson, Frankie Newton, Tad Dameron, and Finest Newborn Jr. And I request that on this Sunday you perhaps give some thought about pulling somebody's coat, maybe do it right now or sometime this morning, about this show. Tell them to tune in on the radio to 89.9 megacycles, WKCR FM New York, where the Lost Masters Festival will continue till Wednesday night at 10 p.m. We're on around the clock, 24 hours a day. Our schedule for today is to continue for another hour and a half listening to the recordings of blues giant Lonnie Johnson in the order that he made them, reliving his musical career. Then at 10 a.m., we'll have a 4-hour presentation set, The History of Tad Dameron, of course, with musical examples. And then at 2 p.m. this afternoon, and from 2 p.m. to midnight, the beginning of the fourth artist's discography, Phineas Newborn Jr. We'll be hearing his earliest recordings from the late 40s and continue in chronological order, surveying all those blockbuster things for Atlantic and Victor and Contemporary and so on and so forth. A lot of amazing music to be heard over these next 4 days. Please tell someone about this festival. The music of Lonnie Johnson, Tad Dameron, Frankie Newton, and Phineas Newborn Jr. going around the clock till 10 p.m. Wednesday night. Those of you interested in the discography sets, in other words, you want to hear it all, for each artist I'll give the times of their discographies. the recordings in chronological order. Lonnie Johnson today till 10 in the morning. Tomorrow night from 8 p.m. to midnight. Tuesday morning from 6 a.m. to 8:20 a.m. And Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. Phineas Newborn Jr. today from 2 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tomorrow morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Tomorrow afternoon from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Tad Dameron tomorrow afternoon from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday morning from 8:20 a.m. to 9:30. We have 9:30 in the morning, 8:20 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Tad Dameron Tuesday morning. Frankie Newton's music has been heard at great length already on this festival, but we will add some of the discography to your ears at 9:30 a.m. Tuesday morning for a half hour, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's now 25 before 9 on a Sunday morning, and for many of our regular KCR listeners, they're waking up and turning on their gospel show and hearing the same music but with a whole second set of lyrics. And although there's nothing terribly unsettling by today's standards in the blues singing of Lonnie Johnson and the others, I do caution those who are tuning in for church music that we are outside the church this morning and in the blues tradition with Lonnie Johnson on these airwaves till 10 o'clock. I'm Phil Schaap. This is WKCR-FM New York. The Lonnie Johnson portion of our Lost Masters Festival continues, and the next recording date is a rare 78. I'm kind of proud of this one. Tracking it down was no easy deal. I thought it was in great condition. It's from my collection. I realize now that it's some sort of heat and light kind of thing has touched the outside of one side, so you're going to hear a swish noise. But, I mean, I've only seen 2 copies of this in my life, and the other one is pretty beat, too. It's the one that's been utilized, I guess, for the CDs issued in Japan. Maybe they would have been better off dubbing this one. In any case, we have the Mercury 78-2010. September 25th, 1945. This is the remarkable woman of the blues, Sippy Wallace. And this is one of her most important outings with jazz giants. And she has Lonnie Johnson, a blues king, with her. It's one of the first times in years that she had done a record date like this. In the 20s, she had recorded with Louis Armstrong. Here, she's backed by Albert Ammons, a boogie-woogie master, and his Rhythm Kings. This is Gene Ammons' father, by the way, for the bebop enthusiasts. Albert Ammons and his Rhythm Kings. Artie Starks is listed on tenor. John Lindsay on bass. Tom Taylor's drums. Albert Ammons on piano and Lonnie Johnson's guitar. Sippy Wallace singing the blues, those bedroom blues, and Buzz Me, Baby. Buzz Me follows Bedroom Blues, Mercury 78-2010, very rare Sippy Wallace coupling.
Show
This thing is jammed on its spindle, so I'm going to play you another record as an interlude. We'll get back to the rare Sippy Wallace. It's going to take me a second to get it off the spindle and turn it over to play you Buzz Me.
So many miles away. Sometimes I feel like walking, but I ain't got no walking shoes. Sometimes I feel like walking, but I ain't got no walking shoes. If my baby was with me, I wouldn't have these walking blues. Cross ties is my pillow, the cold ground is my bed. Cross ties is my pillow, cold ground is my bed. Moonlight is my blanket, and the blue skies is my spread. I'd love to hear my baby call my name. I'd love to hear my baby call my name. She don't call so often, oh, but she calls so plain. If you ever get a sweet woman, take her everywhere you go. If you ever get a sweet woman, take her every place you go. Yes, I want you to know that you can't get that no more. I've got rocks in my bed, and I just can't lay down there no more, no more. I've got rocks in my bed, and I just can't lay down there no more, no more. Old rockin' just got me, and the blues is knocking on my door. If you've never been in love, please don't try to find it out. If you've never been in love, please don't try to find it out. And if you feel your pulling heart slipping, please ask somebody what it's all about. Oh, it hurts to love someone that you can't have all by yourself. It hurts to love someone that you can't have all by yourself. And the part that hurts so bad when you got to share them with somebody else. lie. But today you quit me, make up your mind to die. So get yourself together, 'cause I ain't gonna stand no more dogging around. I know you got somebody else, 'cause the talk's all over town. Babe, I'm getting awful tired of sleeping by myself. If you don't want my loving, I'll dish it out to somebody else. Got to get myself together, tired of sleeping by myself. If you don't want my loving, baby, then I'll just shove it on out to somebody else.
You're listening to Lonnie Johnson Radio, and I'm playing some very rare blues 78s. One of them, Sippy Wallace Mercury 78, it's incredibly rare and is in my own collection, is jammed on the spindle here, and I'm trying to flip it to play the other side. This is kind of a difficult chore to do correctly, and that means I need some time to concentrate on it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead to the July 15th, 1946 Lonnie Johnson Blues album for disc. It has a very excellent, if you know it, it's a 78 10-inch album. David Stone Martin drawing on it that is sometimes overlooked in the in jazz art collections because it's a blues album. But it's some strong music. It's Lonnie Johnson on blues singing and guitar. He's backed by Blind John Davis at the piano. And from it, we're going to hear Solid Blues, which I believe we've already heard. I'm in Love with You, Drifting Along Blues, the Tell Me Why, The Rocks in My Bed, which you just heard. We'll hear it again. That's a guitar and vocal number, no piano. Blues for Everybody, which is an instrumental. In Love Again, guitar alone with singing. And Blues in My Soul, another instrumental number. The July 15th, 1946 Lonnie Johnson recordings for disc. His first venture with Moses Ash. He probably would do others, as you know. And this date will be heard from the original 78s, which is pretty much the only way to have it. In order, Solid Blues, I'm in Love with Love, Drifting Along Blues, Tell Me Why, Rocks in My Bed, Blues for Everybody, In Love Again, and Blues in My Soul.
So many miles away. Sometimes I feel like walking, but I ain't got no walking shoes. Sometimes I feel like walking, but I ain't got no walking shoes. If my baby was with me, I wouldn't have these walking blues. Cross ties is my pillow, the cold ground is my bed. Cross ties is my pillow, cold ground is my bed. The moonlight is my blanket, and the blue skies is my spread. I'd love to hear my baby call my name. baby call my name. She don't call so often, oh, but she calls so plain. If you ever get a sweet woman, take her everywhere you go. If you ever get a sweet woman, take her every place you go. Yes, I want you to know that you can't get that no more. With love, but love is killing me. I'm in love with love, but love is killing me. Sometimes my baby's with me, and I've been with the old time used to be. I love my baby, me and my baby can't agree. I love my baby, but me and my baby can't agree. All the stuff that she pulled on shorty, she can't pull that jive on me. I know everything about love. I'll tell you anything that you want to know. I know everything about love. Tell you anything that you want to know. But if you don't stop lying to me, baby, somebody's got to go. All those mean things you used to do to me, baby, you can't do them to me no more. All those mean things you used to do to me, baby, can't do them to me no more. I just want to tell you, baby, I found me a brand new place to go. I'm in love with love, and nothing can stop me now. I'm in love with love, nothing can stop me now. You have messed up my whole life, but I'll still get along somehow. Drifting, just like a rolling stone. I'm drifting and drifting, just like a rolling stone. No one to love me, no place to call my home. Life is lonely when you have to travel it all alone. Life is a lonely thing when you have to travel it all alone. I long for happiness, that's something I've never known. True love is something that money can't ever buy. Love is something that money can't ever buy. Day after day you walk, day after day you walk and cry. I had someone to love me, but they was called away. Someone to love me, but they was called away. If they was only alive now, I wouldn't have to drift this way. That's why I'm drifting and I'm drifting, just like a rolling stone. Drifting and drifting, just like a rolling stone, until I find someone to love me. I'll just keep on drifting along. Walk away. I want to talk to you, baby. Please don't walk away. You have hurt me long enough. Let's straighten this out today. Every time I come home, why is it you always gone? Every time I come home, why is it you always gone? If it's what I think, baby, the graveyard is where you belong. I treat you just like a baby, give you all my love and my money too. Treat you just like a baby, give you all my love and my money too. It's not happiness you want, you only want something new. It's fun to have someone to love you when you're feeling low and blue. It's fun to have someone to love you when you're feeling low and blue. It's better to be loved than have someone to beat the devil out of you. I love you, darling. darling, with a love that will never die. I love you, darling, with love that will never die. But you're gonna make me hate you, but I just can't stand a lie. I just can't lay down there no more, no more. I've got rocks in my bed, and I just can't lay down there no more, no more. Old rockin' just got me, and the blues is knocking on my door. If you've never been in love, please don't try to find it out. If you've never been in love, please don't try to find it out. And if you feel your pulling heart slipping, please ask somebody what it's all about. Oh, it hurts to love someone that you can't have all by yourself. It hurts to love someone that you can't have all by yourself. And the part that hurts so bad when you got to share them with somebody else. But today you quit me, make up your mind to die. So get yourself together, cause I ain't gonna stand no more dogging around. I know you got somebody else, cause the talk's all over town. Babe, I'm getting awful tired of sleeping by myself. If you don't want my loving, I'll dish it out to somebody else. Got to get myself together, tired of sleeping by myself. If you don't want my loving, baby, then I'll just shove it on out there to somebody else.
Tell me, why did you walk away? When I saw you this morning, baby, tell me, why did you walk away? Can't believe that you don't want me. I thought our love was here to stay. Buzz me, baby. I'll be waiting for your call. Buzz me, baby. I'll be waiting for your call. If you forget the number, come on over. You won't have to call at all. I've never lied to no one. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I say I'm yours forever, every word of it is true. But baby, I'll be waiting for your call. If you forget the number, come on over. You won't have to call at all. Buzz me, baby. You mean so awfully much to me. Buzz me, baby. I'm like a ship that's lost at sea. But when I get my arms around you, ain't gonna let go till 1953.
There you heard Buzz Me. It took a half hour for us to get this side up for you. Its session mate was the Bedroom Blues, and this was an Albert Ammons Rhythm Kings backup unit to a Sippy Wallace recording of September 25th, 1945. Artie Starks on tenor, Albert Ammons on piano, John Lindsay on bass, not the former mayor of the Big Apple, but an early prominent New Orleans musician who also played some brass instruments in the bass clef. Tom Taylor on trombone, Lonnie Johnson on guitar. He played on Buzz Me, and of course the Bedroom Blues was heard earlier. September 25th, 1945, studio recording, Sippy Wallace for Mercury. Another coupling was supposedly issued on another 78. I've never seen a single copy of that one, nor does a reference acetate exist in the Mercury archives, which I've also searched for. We're playing Lonnie Johnson's recordings in chronological order. If you study this music through recording company associations, which is plausible because different recording companies have different ways of packaging artists, and artists usually sign for a block of time with a recording company. It's not exactly a musical analysis to go by label, but Lonnie Johnson does fit into this kind of study form well. He is an OK artist for 7 years. He is a Decca artist briefly. He is a Victor artist for a number of years. And then after a brief period of freelancing, he has a long association with a very well-known Midwestern label that packaged the American folk music tradition as well as some jazz music, and this is King Records, eventually James Brown's label, but they had Lonnie Johnson first. And there's a long series over a 5-year stretch of time, probably a 5-year contract, of Lonnie Johnson with King Records, and we're about to enter into that period. You're listening to the Lonnie Johnson portion of our Lost Masters Festival on WKCR FM New York. Phil Schapp with you, and the first King session is presumably from the fall of 1947. It is perhaps his most successful record on King, Tomorrow Night. Now, Tomorrow Night was issued twice. He recorded it, and it was successful. And then he recorded it and overdubbed things for a later issue, and it was successful. They're both successful. Now, I don't know if there's a track in overdubbing or whether it's actually two separate performances of Tomorrow Night, but we will be playing both of them for you, and we're going with the first one, which is, I guess, now the common one again, from the fall of 47. So Lonnie Johnson's King discography begins here for those who study through labels. There was OK, Decca, which is now, OK is now part of Columbia Records, and much of that material, no, much would be the wrong word. A slim but significant percentage of it is being placed on the market on CD, and for Columbia, the sound is wonderful. That's not a compliment, but it is acceptable. Then there's the Decca period. That would now be part of, I guess, GRP, or would MCA still be holding his blues catalog? I think it's still holding his pop catalog. So MCA or GRP is holding the Lonnie Johnson Decca material of 1937 and 38. The Bluebird material is, an item or two is surfacing on CD, on anthologies. For instance, the Crow and Rooster Blues is on something called How Blue Can You Get? Great blues vocals in the jazz tradition, which is a Bluebird CD, catalog number 6758-2-RB. I don't know if any more Lonnie Johnson is surfacing on Victor/Bluebird. And the King material is held by a conglomerate down in Tennessee called Gusto Records. Post Office Box 60306, Nashville, Tennessee, 37206. They know they hold the entire holdings of Federal, Hollywood, Power Pack, Star Day, Deluxe, and Justo. Man, I wonder if they got those 16-inch acetates on Bud Powell's first record date of January 10th, 47. Wouldn't that be something if we heard that all of a sudden? So Gusto might, grab the gusto, go for the gusto, and put out a definitive Lonnie Johnson package set, or perhaps lease it out to a label. Any case, there's an incredible large number of holdings. Gusto did put out a double album in, I guess, 1983, would it have been? It's earlier than that. It's got to be in the 70s, so they haven't touched this stuff in a long time, where they put together basically two important anthologies that had appeared on King in the LP era and reissued them on Gusto. There were some differences, though, including this Tomorrow Night in the original form, which we lead off with in our sequencing of the Lonnie Johnson Kings. This is a fall 1947 recording.
Just another lovely song. It's in my heart to linger on. Your lips are so tender. Your heart is beating fast, and you willingly surrender. Tomorrow night. another memory, or just another lovely song that's in my heart to linger on. Your lips are so tender, your heart is beating fast, and you willingly surrender. Tell me, darling, will it last tomorrow night? Will you be with me when the moon is bright? Tomorrow night, will you say those lovely things you say tonight?
Lonnie Johnson. You know, it's plausible that the initial coupling of Tomorrow Night and Pleasing You was some sort of a audition or a test record, and then they were redone once King had made the long commitment to Lonnie Johnson. In any case, there's the dawn of the King, appropriately keynoted with his big number for the label, Tomorrow Night. Well, this is today, Sunday, May 19th, our fourth day of 8, playing this music around the clock. We're listening to Lonnie Johnson right now for another quarter hour or so. Then we'll do the history of Tad Dameron. This is the Lost Masters Festival, WKCR-FM, New York. Our next record date gives us Lonnie Johnson's guitar and vocal, accompanied by Simeon Hatch on piano, Paul Henry Parks on bass, and when you hear drums, it's a man named Nelson Burton on drums. The items are I Am So Glad, What a Woman, and the other version of Tomorrow Night, which I think is now the better-known way of hearing it. These were recorded on December 10th of 1947, Lonnie Johnson for King.
Yes, I'm so glad I don't have to cry for you no more. Yes, I'm so glad I don't have to cry for you no more. You treat me so bad, baby, that I don't care where you go. Yes, I'm so glad I found you out just in time. Yes, I'm so glad I found you out just in time. Now I won't have to lay down worrying about you, baby, and I won't have to wake up crying. I loved you so much. When I looked at you, the tears began streaming down. Yes, I loved you so much. When I looked at you, the tears began streaming down. Just to think how much I love you, baby, and the way you dogged me around. But I'm so glad, baby, that laughs on you. Yes, I'm so glad, baby, that laughs on you. Yes, I've got me somebody to do the things that you fail to do. soul. Yes, I've got a big leg, mama, that sends my very soul. And when she turns out the lights at night, then I give up all my gold. She's so fine, she's so mellow, the rest I can't explain. She's so fine, she's so mellow, the rest I can't explain. Yes, the way my baby's stacked up, she'll drive any cat insane. She's got a shape that stops the traffic, and so pleasing on the eye. Got a shape stops the traffic, and she's so pleasing on the eye. Every time she walks down the street, you can hear the cats say my, 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 my. She's got great big legs, yes, and she's got big blue eyes. Yes, she's got great big legs. Yes, she's got great big blue eyes. Yes, every time she walks down the street, I can hear my voice say my, 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 my.
Another memory, or just another lovely song. It's in my heart to linger on. Your lips are so tender, your heart is beating fast, and you willingly surrender. Tell me, darling, will it last tomorrow night? Will you be with me when the moon is bright? Tomorrow night. Will you say those lovely things you said tonight? What you said tonight, tomorrow night, will all the thrills be gone? Tomorrow night, will it be just another memory, or just another lovely song? It's in my heart to linger on. Your lips are so tender,
Your heart is beating fast, and you willingly surrender. Tell me, darling, will it last tomorrow night? Will you be with me when the moon's bright? Tomorrow night, will you say those lovely things you said tonight? I almost lost my mind trying to hold on to you. Almost lost my mind trying to hold on to you. I know you didn't love me, baby. You only wanted the things that don't belong to you. I built my whole life around you, said we would never part. Built my whole life around you, said that we'd never part. And I'm left alone to cry. You ought to break somebody else's heart. She-devil, yes, you wouldn't do right if you could. Yes, you ain't nothing but a she-devil. You wouldn't do right if you could. That's why I'm gonna let you go, baby, 'cause you don't mean me no good. Did you ever love a woman? Love her with your whole heart and mind. Man, did you ever love a woman? And love her with your whole heart and mind. And when she find it out, she can treat you so unkind. When a woman got a good man, she don't know how to treat him right. Yes, when a woman's got a good man, she don't know how to treat him right. Well, women, you can't keep a good man by staying in the streets both day and night. woman said, Daddy, I love you, and I'll never let you go. When a woman said, Daddy, I love you, and I'll never let you go. She's only playing you for a second-hand fool, or she's got your best friend that lives next door. Rock it, rock it, rock it. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, she'll tell you a lie when you see her, and she'll be lying till the day she dies. It's something you can't buy. True love is something, it's something you can't buy. It's something from the whole soul and body, and you're a fool if you try. Or you can't buy love, you can't buy it on a payment plan. You can't buy love, you can't buy it on a installment plan. 'Cause God made man to love woman, and a woman's got to love a man. And got no one to hold. What good is a pair of arms and got no one to hold? When there's only a broken heart and a poor little worried soul. When they're in love with someone else. Yes, what's the good is loving someone else when they're in love with someone else? Better stop while you can. Yes, better off by yourself.
Lonnie Johnson on WKCR FM New York. And indeed, if you are better off by yourself, then I am very well off, because I am here in the studios in Morningside Heights enjoying the music with you tonight on a lovely Tuesday at 10:48 p.m. We just listened to a recording released as Blues by Lonnie Johnson, with Hal Singer on tenor sax, Claude Hopkins on piano, Wendell Marshall on the bass, Bobby Donaldson on the drums. Prestige Bluesville 1007.
I feel today. If I'm feeling tomorrow, baby, like I feel today. Get my big leg woman and make my getaway. If you don't like my peaches, baby, don't you shake my tree. If you don't like my peaches, baby, don't you shake my tree. You just stay out of my table, let my peaches be. St. Louis woman, she loves a diamond ring. Oh, she leads that man around by apron string. How they love it, how they crave it. Wasn't for the bottle in the stove pot have. Mean that gal I love couldn't go nowhere. You're the reason why. 'Cause I've got 99 women, only need one more. Got 99 women, only need one more. Find that bow-legged woman, now let that 99 go. Love my granddad so. What makes my grandma love my granddad so? He's got that same old job had 98 years ago. Yes, I've got St. Louis blues. Got St. Louis blues. Got the St. Louis blues. Got the St. Louis blues. Got the St. Louis blues. That's as blue as I can be.
WKCR FM, New York.
Excuse me. Had to steal a little bit of that. Yeah, nice right there. good jelly roll baker, let me be your slave. When Gabriel blows his trumpet and I'll rise from my grave for some of your good jelly roll. Crazy about that good jelly roll. You know it's good for the sick and it's good for the young and old. Says, can I put in my order for 2 weeks ahead? I'd rather have your jelly roll than my home cooked bread. I'm crazy about that jelly. Crazy about that good jelly roll. She says, I love your jelly. It's good to my worried soul.